All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we got our data download here. Looks like we're gonna have some content for this week. I mean, it's I would say it's a little disappointing. I really would like like another Easy 8 event for this week, right? I think the content does look like it should be pretty good, but I just really like there are dozens and dozens and dozens of characters that could either sub Easy 8 or super Easy 8. Those two criteria. That, I mean, honestly, they could do 3 sub Easy A's per celebration and never run out. Something like that. I mean, if we would just go, let's just for the sake of discussion start this off with they're gonna do like a sub Easy A. Okay, the celebration is movie heroes and movie bosses. Okay, I mean, we can go down here. So we're looking for sub Easy A, right? Icarus Kid Gohan fits, right? This Gohan right here, this is from the Broly movie, the second Broly movie. He fits. What about this STR God Goku? What about this Gohan from the BoJack movie right here, right? I mean, these are characters who, I mean, we're talking, this Gohan is 7 years old. This Gohan is 10 years old, right? So, like, these characters could easy A. What about this Trunks from the Broly movie? What about free-to-play Veku? Krillin. They still have never easy this Krillin. There are just dozens and dozens of characters who could sub easy here. Piccolo? This Piccolo right there? This Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta? I mean, we're looking at units. The newest character I mentioned is Piccolo from 4 years ago, right? So that is, in my opinion, the area where these celebrations could be strengthened moving forward. Is, I mean, just like, a couple of sub EZAs or another super EZA every celebration. I do think it adds a lot of the life. I thought last week was very good. Lude, Cellmax, and the 2 Metal Cooler movie EZAs. That was a great week, along with some content, some stages and stuff, right? But this week, no characters. Our next new character looks to be the Dokkan Fest, which will be on the 29th, right? So, all right, let's go through what we have here in the data. There's not that much, but I do think what we've got here does look pretty decent. So we do have the RE Superhero Red Zone, right? 3 stages, actually. Gamma 2, Gamma 1, and Cell Max. That's fun. Gamma 2, he nullifies Ki Blast Supers. 160% attack on the 3rd turn. So you want to treat him just like that Tree of Might Goku. That's the way we would want to treat this Gamma 2. Okay, we'll see how tricky he'll be. There is a mission for beating him, though, which is no items. I mean, that usually that means the fight's not that hard. Like Dokkan doesn't really do like, okay, no item mission, and it's like Goku and Frieza in 2024 or Red Zone Broly in 2022, right? Like, they do no item missions when it's not tough. And remember, you could use the support memory and you'll still activate the stage without support items, right? Okay, so there's that. We have a stage for Gamma 1. He nullifies melee supers, right? Unarmed super attacks. He gets 20% attack each turn. Okay, Gamma 1 looks a little more ferocious to me. And he's getting 30% right there. Gamma 2 doesn't even get a buff there. Yeah, 30% right here. He's getting stronger every time you hit him. Like, this guy looks annoying. And, I mean, you would be surprised how common melee supers are in this era. They're very common. So, Gamma 1, if they give him damage and proper HP, Gamma 1 could be tricky, right? If they give this guy, 2 billion plus HP or something like that. That is interesting. I believe, I could be a little mistaken on this, forgive me, but I believe Vegito and Gogeta at the end of Festival Battles have 2 billion HP, and I think due to the way the bit limit worked before, it was right around that number was the cap of what bosses could have. But I believe that is now fixed, right? That's now gone. So bosses now can be, I think, way over 2 billion HP. All right, so there's Gamma 1. His mission, now this is funny. 3 super boss. Yeah, super bosses is not good. So they're like, yup, we are not we are not making y'all run a super bosses team. And remember, it's not like this is a pure Saiyan, so no Caulifla shenanigans. So, I mean, something like Cellmax, Golden Frieza, and Gogeta, and I mean, Rose is still an effective character. I think people would think that Rose like sucks balls or something like that. He definitely does not. Actually, I don't know. You know what could be good would maybe be double Golden Frieza and Gogeta. Movie hero plus movie bosses. I saw a player using a setup with a lot of the cooler movie EZAs saying they had great success. Might try something like that for that mission. Probably double Golden Frieza and Gogeta. Again, we'll bring Cell Max, and then for the last one, maybe Wrath Broly or something. And then yeah, we jump in there. Okay, okay. Yep, interesting. But Super Bosses is so bad. Super Bosses will be good, by the way. Don't worry. Like when Moro drops, Super Bosses will be good. Moro will save Super Bosses. He will. He will. Moro is the Super Bosses savior. So that's good. Okay, so there's that. And then we got Cell Max. Now, Cell Max does potentially look a little tricky to me. What does surprise me here, he's a damage threshold boss, which could be a little bit of a counter to counter units like Beast Gohan. That's kind of like a counter mechanic to that. Because Tech UI Goku, you know, in the Goku and Frieza fight in 2024, remember, they had that damage threshold, which was 10 million damage. Tech UI Goku's counters did not do over 10 million damage unless he super attacked first. So you would put him in slot 1, 100% dodge to take care of their super, of course, and he would do 0 damage if there was any slot 0 counters. So it'll be interesting to see how Beast does here. The difference, though, is Goku and Frieza, they were an STR boss, right? I believe so. So UI Goku did not have type advantage on Goku and Frieza. But Beast does have type advantage on Cellmax, true type advantage, which means the what is it? The type attack boost will be giving him additional damage for this. I would imagine the fight will be designed around Beast's mechanics, though. So maybe Cellmax attacks like 15 times a turn or something like that. That would not surprise me. Okay, so we talk about his damage threshold, but look at the way he opens up. So he lowers ki by 3 and reduces attack and defense by 10%. This goes up each turn. We've seen this before. In my opinion, the best designed difficult fight in Dokkan history. Yes, I stand by that statement. Jiren, Greatest Source Jiren, was similar. To me, at a glance, Jiren looks harder still, but I mean, I don't know what Telmax's numbers are, but this is what Jiren did right here. See this? The key to getting around this, and he had the ki lowering, the attack and defense lowering. So it's like, if this first phase of Cellmax goes on for a while, your characters are going to become pathetic. The key technique to this is tag characters. This debuff only applies to the tag character that is on the field at the given time. Let's use the Super Saiyan 4s as an example. We're in Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and Cellmax's debuff applies. Boom. If we swap to Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he is not debuffed. So the blues, this character, UI and Evolution Blue Vegeta, Gogeta and Golden Frieza, these will be your star characters here because they will be able to ignore the debuff of Cellmax. So that is the secret to this, is tag characters. So I'm excited because now we have a fight with strategy in mind. And in phase 2, he could be attack debuffed, which in my opinion is very good because, again, it allows clever players to use actual strategy rather than let's just beat his fucking ass down with the best units, right? Once you start getting, like, this is a good mechanic that allows you to, have to think and stuff like that. And same with the ability to attack debuff, right? So I am very optimistic looking at this fight that this is going to be a difficult fight, but will allow, like, I don't want to say complex tactics, but, you could actually do some stuff here. So this looks good, right? The mission here is 6 superhero characters, which I can't, even the freest of free-to-play players surely would be okay with a superhero mission, right? Because I think like Orange Piccolo and Physical Ultimate Gohan and some of these guys, I mean, these are decent characters, right? Yeah, we have a lot of solid units who are available here. The blues will be very good for this. UI Evolution Blue Vegeta, AG Ultimate Gohan and Gamma 1. A lot of these guys will be really good for this, right? So I'm definitely excited for that. All right, so we have that. There's that. In terms of missions, the only other thing in here is the Extreme Super Battle Road stage, which is actually what is the stage? It's stage 85. Let me just look at it here, right here. So the stage, because remember, the Extreme Super Battle Road stage, all they do is they take the exact same stage and buff it. It's Entrusted Will only. So we fight Kid Gohan, Piccolo and Krillin, Bojack and his minions. Cell Max again! Oh my god. Cell Max, dude, this is a heavy Cell Max celebration because, oh, by the way, we have the new Dokan Frontier fights, and then there's Cell Max right there. So this is the Cell Max update. He's the boss of all the content coming. Extreme Super Battle Road, he's the boss in Dokkan Frontier, and he's the boss in the Red Zone. 3 different Cell Max bosses coming. That's funny. All right, so, and remember again, this is the exact layout of the Extreme Super Battle Road stage, but these numbers will all be buffed. I'm sure Cell Max will be supering for 10 or 11 million damage, something like that. All right, so we have our new stages for Dokkan Frontier. I believe it's 5 stages. 16, this is Hellfighter 17, First Form Cell, Gamma 1, and Cell Max are our fights. I mean, we could just go ahead and take a look at this quickly, and then we'll finish up again. I don't believe that there's anything else here in the data download. Yeah, I just did a quick scan just to see, is there anything I missed? I don't think so. All right, so we're starting with 16. Looks like, okay, let's just pull up all of the bosses, and then we'll take a look at some of the missions and characters that might be asking us to run as well. All right, so we have 16. Here. Okay, right here. Let's see what we got here for 16. It's 16, 17, and 18 we're fighting here. Okay, sure. Hard to really gauge exactly how strong they're going to be until we're actually in there fighting them. But 3 enemies right there for that fight. Okay. Then next we have Hellfighter 17. So, in order to unlock it, so we have to beat 16, 17, 18 with Goku family. Pretty easy, obviously. Beat them with Goku family, I'm so sure. All right, so Hellfighter 17 here has got a couple of missions. Let's just click this. Okay, what do we have to do? Oh, wait. And then we have to beat him with GT Hero. Again, I doubt it'll be too tough. Let's see here, okay. So, Hellfighter 17, regular 17, and then Super 17. Okay. Super 17 gets a massive attack buff when he's close to death. So maybe having a dodge character available there could be good. Or, I guess, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's Dragon Fist, maybe? With the lowest HP percentage, okay. Oh, Hellfighter 17 is a dodge. Oh, but Super Saiyan 4 characters are good against that, right? In Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, they're not going to be, susceptible to this. Okay, not too bad right there. Alrighty. So next we have, this is going to be Cell. Cell does have some missions. Beat it with, Android/Cell Saga. Android/Cell Saga. I'm going to need to take a look at this. What would be the way to do this? Androids, right? 16? You do have King Cold. Oh, honestly, I like the idea of Future Gohan and Trunks, and maybe AGL Trunks. That's not a bad idea, if you've got them. 16, 17, and 18, and 19, and 12. Oh, no. This probably might be the best way to go about this. These 3. The synergy will be very good for them. There's not that many recent good Android/Cell Saga characters, right? I mean, certainly something like Tech Vegeta is probably going to be solid here. I don't know how difficult the actual bosses are going to get. Tech Vegeta maybe could be good in here. Okay, so let's see here. So, yeah, there's 16. There's that one we looked at. All right, so Android Cell Saga. And then let's see here. So we have first form Cell, second form Cell, perfect Cell. Wow, wow, okay. Okay. So this is a very serious fight here. It's the entirety of Cell. 5-phase dominant fight. Android / Cell Saga, huh? Okay. Like when I see some shit like this really makes me start to think of characters like maybe like Goma or something like that, you know, to really build up his stats as the fights are going on. Very interesting. 16, 17, 18, and 19 and 20, huh? Every time you hit the, rage cell, he builds up strength. Damage threshold. Okay. Interesting. Okay, this cell fight could be tricky there, I think. I think that cell fight could potentially be tricky. And then we have two more. We have Gamma 1, and then we have Cell Max. Gamma 1, so there's stickers, by the way, for LR Physical Ultimate Gohan, Orange Piccolo, and STR Cell Max. So you have to beat it with 3 hybrids, 3 superhero. You have to use this LR Ultimate Gohan. Only super attacks. Remember, the Goldo fight was glitched, so that's not going to be a problem here. This is Battle of Wits characters and Bond and Master and Disciple characters. Battle of Wits. Orange Piccolo, Int Piccolo. Yeah, there's a lot of missions in this one stage right here. I guess you probably could do them all in the same run. If you have Int Piccolo, Orange Piccolo, and maybe Gamma 2 and Piccolo. But like, I mean, some of those are newer characters players probably wouldn't have. So just do a couple of runs. Okay. So there's that. All right, so let's see how tough Gamma 1 is here. Probably going to be Gamma 2 as well, huh? All right, so we have Gamma 1, Gamma 2. Oh, and then them together. Okay, sure. He gets stronger when we hit him with unarmed supers. Gamma 2 gets stronger when we hit him with Ki Blasts. And then the Gammas together get stronger every turn. Oh, okay. That looks a little scary. I'm very curious to see how tough Perfect Cell, the Gammas, and Cell Max are going to be. I'm very interested, actually. All right, so there's that. So Cell Max has some missions as well. Beat it by getting 20 Rainbow Key Spheres. You have to beat it with Orange Piccolo on the team. Uncontrollable Power. 3 uncontrollable power characters. I think maybe using LR Majin Vegeta could be a good way to approach that if you've got him. 3 Super Boss. Okay. Beat it with Cell Max. And then beat Node 9 without losing any characters. Okay, this could be like a long Dokan Frontier session. There's only 5 fights, but these are filled with enemies, right? Okay. All right, let's see Cell Max here. Let's see what we're working with. He gets 100% attack under 50% HP. It's a 2-phase fight. Okay. Oh, God. He's an AoE? An AoE and Dokan Frontier. How's that going to work out? So he could lower your damage reduction. I think Raccoon did that as well in Namek Saga. Dokan Frontier. Lowers it by 20%. Okay. And then he gets a big attack buff. And then the second phase. Looks like he's very strong. He stuns us too. So that means dodge would be good for this. So looks like it's gonna be difficult to hit him at first. Like as we do damage him, like it's gonna get easier to do damage to him as the fight goes on. As we lower his HP, he's gonna lose damage reduction. Right, is what's gonna happen here. But then he gets a big attack buff once you're below 50% HP. Okay. All right, well, we got a lot coming in terms of Dokan Frontier. So we have new Red Zone, Dokan Frontier, and we have also got an Extreme Super Battle Road stage. So we actually do have quite a bit of content coming. I do just want to point this out quickly here, of how what I think is we'll do another video talking about this, right? But I do think that we are going to be moving into a period with, like, you know, there's like not going to be info, there's not going to be more events and stuff coming. So all this stuff is dropping, you know, for me to like this stuff drops in, you know, like 29 hours or something like that, right? And then after that, I think our next info will probably be the 27th, a week from today is when I think the next info is going to be. And that should be, you know, our reveal and details and stuff of the next Dokkan Fest. And then we know the Dokkan Fest is releasing on Wednesday because that's the day the summon points update. And I don't anticipate a second time us closing in on that day and they will go, psych, we changed the day of summon points again. I don't think they're going to do that a second time. So the 29th will be the next Dokkan Fest, right? My official on the record guess is Great Ape Kid Gohan from the Saiyan Saga, but we'll see what's going to happen. So let me know what you guys think. Remember, tomorrow is Cell Max Content Day, Red Zone Cell Max, Extreme Super Battle Road Cell Max, and Dokan Frontier Cell Max.